Welcome to the Brad and Taylor Show. Today we have Maria Lopez.
You're listening to The Brad and Taylor Show, a podcast that inspires entrepreneurs to pursue their passions. We're sitting down with some of the best to learn how they got started and some lessons they learned along the way.
Hey, Maria.
Hi, Taylor. How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no problem at all. Well, let's get this show started. Tell us a little bit about you. What do you do?
Yeah, thank you. So I am actually the business owner and founder of Kindest, and we are a gifting company for the modern consumer is how I would like to put it. This business idea started actually when COVID kind of hit our world. We actually started working from home because of the pandemic, and I've always wanted to start my own business. I never really knew what exactly I wanted to do, but I knew that I wanted my creative side to come out, as I love creating, designing, painting, anything to do with creativity. And last year, I missed a lot of milestones. I missed my son's first birthday. We had it together, but I missed doing the first mom thing and celebrating his birthday. I missed a lot of friends' weddings, a lot of, unfortunately, funerals. And, that's usually not the happy side of celebrations, but I was not able to be there. I have friends all over the country, especially back home, and family in Chicago. And I really struggled finding meaningful and personal gifts for them that would really touch them, especially in a time where we weren't seeing each other face to face. And I decided to create gift boxes, and some of those items in the gift boxes I created by hand, or I handcrafted, or I painted, or I designed. And I really wanted to source products that are not easily found at Target or on Amazon. And don't get me wrong, I completely support those companies. I've shopped there, myself, but I really wanted to do something that would touch somebody, whether it was my friend or a family member. And I went out there and sourced products from local makers, from farmers markets, crafters all over the country. I really wanted it to stay in-house in the USA, and really dug deep into sourcing those products and putting them together in gift boxes, and really getting to know, who I was gifting it to. What do they like? What are they interested in? And something that would be very meaningful. And the fact that mail is still, working, and that I'm able to ship it even if I can't see someone in person, I think that's what really made me realize that the need for gifting in a different way, more than what we're accustomed to, was a great need. And I think as COVID is still with us in a way, I think that it's going to stay around even beyond, right? Because it's just, it's a lot easier. And also the fact that if we can create a special gift for someone and being able to send that directly to them, and having them open their door and get that awesome gift, or even people in the hospital getting gifts, or nursing homes, and being able to get something very touching is what I really I'm striving for.
Yeah. I know you mentioned you were a nurse prior to this. Are you still a nurse? Are you doing this on the side, or did you just jump full into this?
So I'm still a nurse. I work for an insurance company, and so I'm kind of like a house cat nurse. I'm no longer working with patients. I was a nurse for 11 years. And I did a little bit of everything on a patient bedside, and different, practices with patients. And I've kind of done a little bit of everything in my life. I had a lot of jobs when I was a teenager. And then once I found nursing, I stuck with that since I was 18 up until, now that I'm starting to transition into wanting to build something of my own.
Right.
And transition to that. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. I love that you're being able to create all these different types of gifts. I was on your website, and I kind of want to talk about that a little bit. It's laid out beautiful, by the way. Did you design that yourself?
I did. Actually, that was all last year. Last year, when I first decided to be one of the crazy people that started a business during the pandemic, after my son went to bed, he was 7-8 months at the time when COVID hit. And then daycare also closed down. So I was working and taking care of a baby. And then at night I was still working, because I was working on my own thing, at night after full-time work and after baby work.
Right.
I was, working on my website and designing it and trying to see, finding a logo, creating a logo, putting it together, what kind of color schemes that I want, what did I want my brand to look
Mhm.
like or represent. And I created all that from scratch and put it together. And I really probably could have used the help of a website designer to not spend so many hours, but when you're first starting out, your budget's a little tight, so you have to get a little creative.
Yeah.
And I love doing that, so it really didn't feel like work. I would lose track of time, and before I knew it, it was 2 in the morning, and I'm like, oh, I have to get up,
Yep.
or the baby's crying. So, yeah,
Nice. Yeah, you did a really good job on it. I was looking at it, I was like, wow, this looks it's like simple, but all the colors you chose that go together really well. And it looks modern and clean. And I like how you did the site. It looks really good.
thank you, I appreciate that.
For the gifts, I have a question on that for everybody who's listening. What kind of gifts are on your site? I know there's a huge range of, like, you had swaddles on there to wedding gifts. Can you talk a little bit about that range and what all you focus on for the gifts?
Yeah. So all those products that are on there were kind of, I would say, the beginning of my business, and what I was adding to the site to buy as purchasable gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And that, was in the transition of last year and this year. And I think this year and beyond, I'm really trying to re-strategize as far as what gifts and products I'm adding to the side, by still also incorporating makers and local crafters and anybody that makes products at home. And I want to help other small businesses like myself. And so I'm still sourcing products to add to the website, to be able to gift those and put them in a box, and for people to find those and gift those special, I would say, one of a kind, but also very rare to find.
Yeah.
So a lot of the gifts that I have put together, and there's some examples on our Instagram, is these bridesmaid boxes that I'm creating, like bridesmaid proposal or groomsman proposal, and all that is changing as I'm diving a little bit more into the wedding industry, and I can touch on that in just a moment. But is really sitting down with the client who wants these custom gift boxes and sourcing the products for them. It's kind of like, Instacart, you sometimes don't have a chance to go out and get your groceries, so you have someone else do them for you. So it's kind of a little bit the same. It's, hey, I want a gift and I want a gift box and I want it custom and I want to incorporate all the colors or things that these, my loved ones love, but I don't know how to put that together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the creativity to do that the way that they would love. Or, hey, I'm looking for this product, but I really don't know where to find that. And that's where my passion is, hey, tell me about your loved one, or your bridesmaids. What do they love? Let's incorporate your wedding colors, or your anything that you want it to be personal to you, or to your event, or to your loved one, and being able to source that for them and create it, design it, all those components, is what I'm really passionate about. So sometimes it can take a consultation, like if it's a bigger event,
Mm-hmm.
or if someone is really wanting to create something super unique for a client or for a loved one. And if it's not on our site, then we can find it for them and create that for them. So yeah, we're still
Okay.
re-strategizing that, but I think that's where I want my vision to go, and being able to do that for people who are not able or have the time to do it, or the creativity, or need a little bit of help with that.
Nice. Yeah, it's kind of like Christmas shopping, but you would do the shopping for them, and then they would just pay
Yes.
for it, and then that's it.
And
Simple.
putting it together, and that's it. And then we either, so if they're local, we deliver it. If
Okay.
they are out of state, then we ship it directly to the recipient. And a great segue to that is Red Telly, that I recently partnered with, to be able to even take their gift up a notch. So I don't know if you guys have heard a little bit about Red
Uh-uh.
Telly, and if not, I would
No.
love to explain that. So Red Telly is a company based in the Bay Area in San Francisco, and they have created such an amazing product that I think is, I'm just so blessed to be able to be working alongside them, because I think it's really going to change not just gifting, but businesses and interactions as a whole. So Red Telly, and I have actually a little bit of examples here. So they have created this amazing little red TV. So it's called
Oh,
Red
nice. Yeah.
Telly. Yeah. And they have different card designs. They have tags that you can add to products and stickers. So we all know what a QR code is. We've probably been using it a lot more often in the past, 2 years. And so with this QR code, people can actually just literally scan, upload a video, or take a video even in that moment. And then when that person receives the sticker or the tag or the card, they're able to see that video and they can save it, or every time they scan the QR code, they can see that video.
Nice.
So
Oh,
when we think
cool.
about gifting is, hey, I want to give this gift, but let me record a special video message for them. And they can see that. And now with video just being so popular now with, the TikToks and the reels, it's bringing your message or your gift to life more than just like a voice memo or a text message.
Yeah.
And for businesses, there's so many different campaigns and thank yous and introductions and referrals that you can record and give these to your clients, your customers. So I think it's a complete game changer going forward.
Yeah, I
That's
love
awesome.
that. I've never heard of that, and that's a genius idea. They
Yes.
did a really good job creating that.
Yes.
Especially, I mean, with the pandemic and stuff. I know you mentioned gifts for people who are maybe at the hospital or nursing home
Yes.
where you can't go and see them because of the limitations right now that are still going on. You could record something with that gift and then send it. I love that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I have a lot of friends who have had babies and I'm not able to go see them and it hurts. Or, dads are in the parking lot waiting for their baby to be born. And, if we can create a little video for dad and maybe say, hey, let's put a video and have the nurse give it to mom and say, hey, I'm waiting. And, here, I mean, they can do that with a regular phone, but like if we can put that together in a
Right.
gift, or something, it's a lot more meaningful. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
absolutely.
I like it. So, what do you have planned for your business for the next couple of years?
Wow. I have a lot of visions that I want to do, but not enough time. I think where I would love my business to go is really change the way that people gift, and that for our regular consumers and even businesses. But I really want to start working with other businesses into changing the way they do marketing. So I know that right now a lot of agencies, including real estate, which I'm sure you're familiar with, a lot of realtors have to do their own marketing, right? And they still have to spend those assets in marketing products. But I really want to combine my business and Red Telly into bringing something unique and original to their agencies and their businesses. And I want to focus on that. I know that we're already allocating all these funds to marketing, and that's great. We get the pens and the shirts and all this, but how about we change that and we give something meaningful, like a custom gift box for a client or for a realtor agency, and creating something custom for them. And every time they have a success with closings and brokerage companies, they're able to give that and say, hey, this is our agency, this is what we do, meet our team, alongside with Red Telly, and giving these videos across the board. And also, consulting with realtors, and I'm working with an insurance agent right now, and being able to create something specific to them maybe and to their agency, and being able to say, hey, this is what sets us apart from another realtor or from another agency. I know here in the DFW area, the real estate market is quite competitive. And my passion, is how can you differentiate yourself from others in such a competitive state, and being able to be a part of that and seeing their success through, my work.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know closing gifts are still a thing. People still do those. So even something like that where you communicate with that client, or even just like touching up with a client, sending them like a little reminder that you're thinking about them, wondering how their holiday's going, anything along those lines that would be perfect for.
Anything along those lines.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. And then you gain referrals, you gain that trustworthiness with that realtor and say, hey, they still think about me even though they closed
Yeah.
a year ago or whenever. And also another need that I see with even insurance agents like the one I'm currently working with, and realtors, is a lot of them are working with clients that are out of state. I know we have a lot of people moving from California, and realtors are meeting those customers and those clients and doing Zoom meetings. And I've read up on the industry, and people are buying, houses without even being in the state.
Yeah.
And hey, can you give me a tour? Yep, here's my offer. But being able to send them something, and a little video message and a gift, and saying, hey, we're ready for you when you get home. We're out of state. We can't wait to welcome you to Texas or to, whichever state they're moving to, and gaining, that trustworthiness again with
Mhm.
that client, even if it's out of state.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely see where you're going with this, and I think it's a great idea. I love it. I love everything, all of it together, even the red telly. Everything is perfect.
Yeah, and with Red Telly, I mean, the awesome part of that too is, if you're a business and you want to even create your own custom Red Telly and your own custom card with your logo, we can do that. So that's,
Mhm.
even taking
Nice.
it up notch. Like, hey, it doesn't have to be the flowery card. It could have your logo, your agency's name, anything. And I'm so beyond excited to be a
Yeah.
part of this, and for people to really start to get to know Ritelli and get to know the services, and so many more things that are coming, especially for the holidays. I'm just so excited for that.
Speaking
That's
of the
awesome.
holidays coming up, what kind of gifts do you see most often that you're packaging for people? What is something that people tend to go to most?
Something cozy, and I would say cozy and familiar. People
Okay.
are really missing the gatherings and the something that makes them feel warm inside, that reminds them of their family members. So I'm not really seeing a lot of requests for techie stuff, or things that we normally shop for on Black Friday.
Yeah.
It's more of, really, what I have seen an increase on is more personalization, more custom stuff. And a lot of people are looking for that, in different areas, whether it's on Etsy or they go to the farmers market. And I'm across the board, I'm really seeing that, even with other competitors as well, is they want to give something that is meaningful to their loved one. And even creating, currently I'm creating these little gifts for kids, that are like art crafts to put together for the holidays, but with red tellies and a video message from grandma to send to the kiddos,
Okay.
instead of like I said, anything techie and stuff. It's like, hey, grandma's thinking of you. I can't come see you, but here's a little gift. And they're really wanting that connection. And I think a lot of that stems from, what we have been through as a collective with the pandemic. And
Mhm.
it, I think it's a great thing. But that's what I'm seeing the most right now, or the most requests for orders that I'm getting is, hey, this is what I want. And it's not something that I would normally expect, on a yearly basis for gifting.
Okay. Awesome.
I like
Well,
it.
before we go today, how can people get a hold of you? How can they shop on your shop? I know you have your links we're going to post as well, but will you go ahead and tell everybody how they can get a hold of you?
Yes, absolutely. So they have my Instagram, which is, the handle is at Shop Kindest. And then our email is hello@shopkindest.com. And then for any custom orders, when they go on our website, they can go towards the bottom of the homepage, and there's a custom order form that they can fill out. And again, anything from, uh, real estate or insurance, and just even regular consumers, if they want a custom order, like, hey, this is the kind of gift I want, these are the ideas, I don't know where to get them, I need help, I need to put this together, they can fill out that form and tell us when they need it by, the quantity, what they're really looking for, and then I can source that for them and put that together. We walk through that step, every single step with them, to make sure that we create that perfect product and that perfect gift.
Nice. I like it. Well, perfect. Hey, thanks for coming on and sharing your story with us today.
I'm sorry?
I said, hey, thanks for coming on and sharing your story with us today.
Thank you. No, thank you all for having me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yep. Awesome.
Are these working?
All right.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. I think they're working. Should we tell them?
Mine keeps falling. It doesn't like my voice.
What do we got to tell them?
Subscribe.
Subscribe? What do we got to point at it? Hey, I think there's a subscription button. Like
It might be there.
It might be right there too.
Somewhere.
Find
it. It's red.
Yeah. And
Red.
it's blue. It's green. I don't really know.
It's a color.
This mic isn't even attached. Did you plug these in? Well, I guess,
I wonder if they can hear us.
yeah. I wonder if they hear us. Well, we should probably tell them if they can hear us. We should probably tell them also give us a 5-star review if they're listening on Apple. That'd be cool.
5 stars,
review.
guys.
Share it with everybody they can think of.
We won't take
But-
4 stars.
I mean, Taylor, I don't even think these are on. I mean,
No, I don't think this is working.
This is not working.